Hello everyone, we are going through another Copenhagen adventure. This time we are going to go to two different places. The first place that we're going to go to is to the Thorvaldsen statue of the Christus, which is at Our Lady's Church. And then we're going to go to the Amalienborg Palace. Sorry if I get these names mixed up. I do not speak Danish, but I'm trying. So come along for the adventure.
We are walking through these very narrow roads here, and we are looking for a bakery place. You can see maybe one car can get through on these roads. They're kind of narrow. They were obviously built before they had cars.
One thing that people might not know is that the Danes were the inventor of cinnamon rolls. So we tried to go to the most famous cinnamon roll place, but that didn't work out so well.
Well, sometimes you strike out. Apparently, this is a very strict holiday week. I don't know what they're celebrating here, but the sign said summer week.
Probably
and so
just like winter break.
Maybe, yeah. And so they're closed. So head up into the church and see the church. And so that's our next plan, is to find the Savior Church.
The Church of Our Lady in Copenhagen was rebuilt in September of 1807 after a bombardment by the British Navy. And Thorvaldsen was commissioned to sculpt the statues of Jesus Christ and the apostles, and as well as some of the additional furnitures and furnishings we'll see inside the church. Entrance to the church is free. It's a Protestant Lutheran church, but it has an interesting history because in the 1500s, the church was ordered to be both Catholic and Lutheran, which caused a little bit of a civil war. And it was also used as target practice by the Royal Navy of London in the 1800s, which actually destroyed the entire church, and it had to be rebuilt. The church was built, as you can see, in the neoclassical style, which does not include towers, but it did get one tower, which is out front. The church was designated as Denmark's national cathedral in 1924, and that's a relatively new status. And there are other two Lutheran dioceses within Denmark as well. The main feature for the church are the 12 apostles, which flank Jesus Christ in the center on both sides. When you look at Jesus Christ in the center, underneath him, there is a little word plaque there that says, "Come in ilg which translates to "come unto me," which is a reference to Matthew 11:28 in the scriptures.
Normally this walkway is pedestrian only, but this is delivery time, so those rules don't exactly apply right now. We're on the way to a secondary bakery store because the first one did not work out so well for us. Well, we found the bakery.
Yay, finally.
And we're gonna go inside and see how much it costs, and then be cool and sit on one of these benches. Called the Lang.
The secondary bakery was definitely a success.
Okay.
As you can see, we got our cinnamon rolls. Danish cinnamon rolls are a little bit different than American cinnamon rolls. They're flakier and they're a little bit more separated, but they still have cinnamon and sugar, so it's all good. The metro system in Denmark is interesting. It's all based on the honor system. You check yourself in and out. Of course, if an inspector comes and you haven't checked your ticket in, you're going to get fined, but I never saw an inspector when we were there. Frederick's Church, more popularly known as the Marble Church, is in front of the Amalienborg Castle. The Amalienborg Castle is a very grandiose building with a wonderful plaza and a statue of King Frederick in the middle. They have a changing of guard, which happens every day at 12:15. This is not the changing of the guard. This was just a morning changing of the guard, but it was very interesting nonetheless. The purpose of my visit was to go to see the Queen's exhibition, which was also included in the Copenhagen card. So the Copenhagen card got us into a lot of cool exhibits.
I'm here in the Queen's exhibit here at the Amalienborg Palace. Here's a picture of the Queen, Her Majesty the Queen, Eberhard.
Queen Margaret II of Denmark has been reigning Denmark as the Queen since 1972, and she is a very popular queen. The exhibit was exhibiting her jewelry, which of course is quite extensive for the royal crown.
This jewelry here is the Prince and Princess's jewelry. This is what they wear right now. The Prince and the Princess can be seen, and they have the Queen's photo on there. And this is the signet to say that they will be the next generation.
The first part of the exhibit was the jewelry, and then the second part of the exhibition was a series of rooms that you could walk through inside the palace.
That's nice.
To me, they looked very nicky-nacky, but I guess if you've been ruling the country for 400 years as a family, you're going to collect a lot of knickknacks. So every single room had photos and knickknacks on every single space. It was kind of crazy.
The Queen's study room. Also, some kings have studied here too, but currently it's the Queen's study room. Now in the parlor. So crazy to see all the knickknacks that are here in the parlor. But I guess if you've been in power for 400 years, you're gonna get a lot of memories. Beautiful paintings up here. Informal receiving room here for lectures. Beautiful chandelier. Fire electricity vase. Little kitchen over here. All the swords won in battle by the Danes. Those are generals' swords won in battle by the Danish army, all given to the king in his library here. Frederick the VIII's curtain here. See if they can make it darker if that helps. What study room isn't complete with your very own polar bear throw rug on the floor? So many books here. Check out this wallpaper. It's golden inlaid water and golden inlaid wallpaper, which is just amazing. Beautiful furniture.
The last room was the Faberge Room, which I thought was just fancy decorated eggs, but Denise tells me that they are a jewelry company and they did a lot of fancy jewelry, so this is what it was.
You're not allowed to sit in the Queen's Castle unless you're the Queen. I decided to go here to Queen's Park and enjoy the view.
We did eventually get to see the official changing of the guard at 12:15. It was an interesting ceremony, but there was no music because they said it was too hot for that. After watching the changing of the guard, we went to the basement of a department store where we had some open-faced sandwiches, which are considered very popular in Copenhagen and pretty much all of Denmark. So that's going to do it for this adventure. Hope you enjoyed this palace adventure in Copenhagen, Denmark. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe, and we will see you for more Baltic adventures in the Baltic countries.